All right, y'all, for $250,000, this 3 bedroom, 2.5 bathroom, only 25 minutes away from downtown Dallas, we can get you into this home with the down payment as little as $8,000. Yes, you heard me. So, if you're a first-time home buyer, VA buyer, or a second-time buyer, we can be able to break everything down, make the whole process a lot smoother. So, enough said, let's get right into the tour video. So, as we enter, we're greeted with her half bathroom, as y'all can see. So this is your half bathroom. Now we are in a model home, so I definitely want to mention that. But look at the living room. Like I love this is a model home, so it is furnished out, which makes it a lot easier to get an idea, right? To be able to figure out, okay, you know what, this is what I'll put in my house. Is like it just makes it a lot more easier, right? Now down payments for this, right? For $250,000, right? You want to put the minimum down. You're looking around like $8,700 ish around there, right? So if you're gonna get an estimate, now you could do a 3% conventional. It just all depends. But like I said, the typical route that you see a lot of people do is pretty much 3.5% down for FHA, right? We can get you a fixed interest rate at 4.5. Yes, 4.5 interest rate that we could do for 30 years. All appliances can be included. Again, it just all depends from today's date what the incentives is. So if you're watching about a couple months later, please get in contact with me so you can pretty much figure out like, okay, what's currently going on, right? Monthly payments, right? It could be as little as 2,000 a month. Like I kid you not, like monthly payments for this home is around like 2 grand. So that's pretty nice. Now, as we're upstairs, we'll be checking out all 3 bedrooms. So the master room will be right here. So let's go ahead and check out the master room, right? So this is the master room. Got the master room right there. So credit scores as well. Also wanted to touch base on that as well, right? 640 credit score to be able to qualify for this FHA loan. Right now for conventional, you have to be around 720 plus. So again, for conventional, you would have a little bit of a higher. But like I said, for all my FHA buyers, first time home buyer loan program, that's what we're pretty much going to be looking at. So got the bathroom, got the shower right here. Let me know what y'all like about this home or what y'all don't like, right? Again, it doesn't always have to be, I mean, I would love for it to be positive, right? But I definitely want to hear y'all's opinion just so I can get an idea how you feel about this. Now, again, this is really, really good. Warranties are included in this house, so that brings a lot of peace of mind. Let's check out the closet. So again, we are in the master. We'll check out the other rooms in a little bit. So you get a lot of room here, and you have a lot more closet space on this end. So it's almost like a L-shaped closet. So, well, technically it is, right? So we got that. Now, around this area, right, we are going to be located in the border of Forney, and as well, we're going to be a little bit closer to Crandall as well, Crandall, Texas. So we are going to be closer to Forney. So there is an HEB close by. There is a lot of supermarkets nearby as well. So you have a lot of stores. I mean, it's really nice, right? So you have a lot close by, which is very convenient for a lot of families as well. So I know you'll like to shop out a lot, or even if you're individual as well. That will make everything a lot more, smoother for y'all. So y'all like, okay, or you know what, we don't have to drive too far. At least we have some stores nearby. We're not like in the middle of nowhere, right? So no, you're not going to be in the middle of nowhere. So you do have some places, you have some neighbors, you have developments happening, which is pretty nice, right? And again, if you're someone from out of state, and you're still familiar, you're trying to get familiar with Texas, like I said, we can always schedule a call, go through a Zoom call, and look at these locations just so you can get an idea, right? So I do offer Zoom calls as well if y'all are interested in that. So like I said, scan that QR code that I have, just so we can get everything prepared for you. But as of right now, um, yeah, as of right now, just you can just enjoy this tour. So this will be the 3rd bedroom. So got our 3rd bedroom. We have our closet space. So, and last thing I do want to say a bonus tip. So, or I wouldn't say bonus tip, but I do want to say pretty much like combined income wise, right? Like combined income, you could be potentially looking around. I'd probably say like if just assuming that you have no debts or have a little minimum debt, right? You could be looking potentially around maybe around $55,000 combined, maybe 60 on the minimum, you know, higher safe end. But if we were to say minimum, maybe at 50, right? So it all just depends. But like I said, if you know, for us to kind of touch base on everything, let's, you know, scan that QR code so that I can be able to dive deep, right? Because I don't know anything about y'all's information about like how much like income, credit score, down payment. We can be able to work through all situations to figure out, okay, which location will work best, which home can we get for you and your qualifications in this DFW market. But other than that, I appreciate every one of y'all watching this video. If you have any questions, scan that QR code. I'd be more than happy to help assist y'all.